What happens to donkeys who are not useful anymore? In Greece, donkeys and other equines are still being used in tourism and in everyday life. In most islands and the mainland, donkeys are working, carrying not only tourists but building material, furniture, trash. When they are not useful anymore, their value drops and their lives are worth next to nothing. Today I'm going to meet 4 such donkeys that spent their entire lives working. SP, the Horse Protection Society in the outskirts of Athens, has taken them in, and since their rescue they have been enjoying a work-free life. First are the 2 girls, Lilika and Haido. They came from Hydra, a Greek island where no cars have access to, so working equines are still being used as means of transportation. For years, the 2 girls were part of the program of Animal Action, the charity that offers free medical care to working equines all over the country and valuable advice to the owners. When Tasia, the elderly owner of the 2 girls, passed away, Animal Action looked for the best solution for the 2 girls, and eventually they came to SP, where they are receiving the necessary care and are allowed to retire with dignity. Even though they lived as working animals, they were truly loved by their owner, and that is obvious because the girls are friendly, curious, and sweet. They like humans. They didn't walk away when I approached, quite the opposite. Even Haido has a very bad case of laminitis and is in a lot of pain. Let me spend some time with her. This is not the case for Stratis, however, the male donkey that came to SP a few months ago from the island of Naxos. He was found tied and lying down in a private property, unable to stand on his legs. According to witnesses, he had been lying there for at least 2 days, which is extremely dangerous for equines. He was removed with a court order and with the help of the police, and since then he has been recovering physically and mentally. Stratis is just beginning to accept the human touch, but you can tell that he is not very comfortable with it yet. Unfortunately, he is living proof of how those very social and loving animals are taught to work with fear, not with respect and training. And the 4th donkey under SP's care is Kopella. She came from a village in mainland Greece. She was found with her hooves so overgrown that most of us hadn't seen something like that ever before.
Την βρήκε μια κτηνίατρος από την Animal Action, είχαν μια καταγγελία. Βρήκανε τον ιδιοκτήτη, αλλά ο ιδιοκτήτης συμφώνησε να έρθει σε εμάς. Το ζώο ήταν δεμένο από τα πόδια, αυτό που λέμε παστούρωμα, πόδι-πόδι, και ήταν έτσι και τα 7 της χρόνια. Είναι 7 χρονών.
That practice of tying a donkey's feet together with a rope is still very popular in Greece, although illegal. There is even a specific name for it. We call it pastouroma, and as much as I've researched, I haven't found a word for it in English. In the absence of a secure fence, the animal's legs are tied together to prevent any movement, and this causes severe injuries and nerve damage. Kopella was taken in by SP. Her hooves needed a lot of care to get to where they are now, and so did her spirit. Once she felt free and safe, her happiness was obvious, but she is still reluctant with people. Although her donkey curiosity sometimes comes to surface, she's not ready for too much human interaction yet.
God knows we didn't have much, but we gave all that we had to give. So just keep going, find your way in this world.
Having those 4 donkeys together in the same space and looking back to their past gives you a pretty good idea of this amazing animal's sad history. One characteristic that donkeys have and that makes them being so overworked until their final breaths is that they do not show any signs of pain, even if they are suffering. As they are being used less and less in the modern world, cases like these will start diminishing, but so will the numbers of the donkey in total. From 500,000 donkeys in post-war Greece to 95,000 in 1995, in 2008 the number was less than 16,000. It seems that since they are not working, they have no place in our society anymore, and it's up to us to reintroduce this amazing animal to the modern world and to give it a new purpose. Because donkeys just make everything better. Just being in their presence is soothing, and that should just be enough.
Keep on going, find your way in this world. If you need us, we'll be there. Keep on searching for your pot of gold. If you need us, we'll be there.
Hello, I am Valia. If you like the videos, please subscribe, and if you can, join me on Patreon and help create more compassionate people. Para la versión del canal en castellano, busquen el enlace abajo.